Hey guys, Nick here. Wednesday, nighttime, 23rd. Had a decent day today. Really not too bad. My throat really hurts, guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully I don't have a sore throat tomorrow. I'll be honest, if I have a sore throat, I might just put all my energy to doing some other things in the business because it is very valid. Especially that my phone's in spam. It's like mathematically unproductive to do cold calls. Unless I'm like, healthy and I'm gonna do 120, But anyways, like, awesome day. 120 cold calls, 2 no-shows. We booked 2 meetings today. I sent someone a hiring email. And yeah, just normal shit. And then the biggest thing I did today is I made the entire show system, which is awesome. I applied that all in one day. So today, I made actually I would say a decent VSL. I made a better VSL, and I recorded it. And then I made the My Story email and the case study email and all the reminders. I applied the interactive yes or the reschedule text. Everything's made, which is fucking amazing, bro. It feels so good. Fuck me, bro. So now for no-shows, the only thing to do is run about 30 appointments past the start time to see our results. And like, depending on a lot of things, obviously the numbers come first, right? Show rate. But like, depending on what customers tell me on sales calls when they show up, and maybe I'll get let's say I get a shit ton of positive responses about it. I may keep running it for a bit just to test it some more. If I get a shit ton of negative ones, less likely. I'm gonna take a bunch of different pieces of information on how effective this thing is, and then I'll make a decision. But yeah, big picture, just gotta put some volume through it and test it out, and I can't wait. It's really nice, man. Cause yeah. And right now I actually fully figured out what Kevin's ROI is, which is actually dude, I'll be so honest, it's really not that bad, bro. It's actually pretty motivating. Cause listen to this, Kevin spent almost $3,000 on ads right now. So almost 6 months of ads, right? And he also spent so far, Kevin actually spent 2.5K with me, which is exactly what I'm pitching at the moment. I sold Kevin on 3K, but he's 2.5. So he spent 5.5K with me, including ads and me. And the guy still made a 4.6 ROI, which it's not amazing, it's not like Matthew. You got a fucking 9. But again, he paid me as well. This is a real client, guys. This is the final boss. Because when the agency, when you get better, there's levels to this shit. At the very bottom you have commission clients, which pretty much all their overhead is your ad budget, right? So therefore, even if they're a little bit successful, they're gonna get a good ROI, right? And then you start charging setup fees, right? And then you gotta get it a bit higher. But now I'm doing real deals that I could scale to a decent amount with them, as long as my results are a bit better and I could get better at client acquisition. 3K for 3 months or 2.5K for 3 months, And I saw Kevin do it, and I'll be honest, dude, Kevin didn't even get crazy results, bro. I mean, to be fair, that $16,000 job kind of carried everything. Kevin got a $16,000 job, but he also didn't close jack shit other than that. So I can't really tell, the luck on that, which is why volume always answers every question. I'll know for sure. I'll get my services after Lino and fucking Thomas and Wayne and all that shit, you know? Those guys are gonna run ads. And I'm gonna know from there. But like anyways, that felt pretty good. So I had a good day today. And yeah, I say the biggest thing that sucked today was just like my throat, bro. Horrendous. I actually like, I had like a mini sore throat the entire day. It just did not go away. Like, this bothered me during cold calls and out of calls and the VSL as well. It was pretty bad. So hopefully it doesn't get out of control, because you know how sore throats could work. They can either disappear or they can like go to a full-on blown out fucking horde thing the next day if something goes wrong. But I did overeat today. Not a horde amount, but I definitely ate like easily 500 calories above my maintenance. And apparently the scale that I used to weigh food fucking smashed on the floor. So rip. We'll see how I'm gonna calculate calories from now. I think it'll be easy, but I'll have to be very careful, you know? But anyways, yeah, man, we got a lot of shit done. The worst thing I did today was at like 5 p.m.-ish. No. Yeah, pretty much actually. Like at 5 p.m.-ish, I kind of folded. I stopped working. I went to bed. I fucking touched parts of my body I shouldn't have touched. And then I looked at YouTube for like almost 2 hours. But after that, I got back to work at like 7 p.m. and then I worked till like 8. Just to make up for it. That's when I actually logged in and made some of the no-show shit. I made so like, before I folded, basically, I made the VSL and I did all my cold calls the morning before, like, and I was very tired, I'm not gonna lie. I made the VSL and everything, and I did all that shit. But then after that, like, oh my god, bro. There's like this random kid on Discord. I have no idea if he's a phony or not, to be honest. He claims that he made like 12K a month, but I don't, the guy, he's a good kid. He's a very nice kid, but like, if I'm being honest right now, like, the kid, when I talk to him, he does not seem very intelligent. And to be honest, it seems like he possesses a lot of qualities that don't support being successful. So, I don't know. The guy, like, bruh, I was trying to ask him for, like, you know, fucking numbers. I showed him my fan basis, which is my payment processor. And I was like, okay, let me see yours. And his parent process, like, he couldn't log in. So it's just a bit sus, bro. And then I asked him to send a sales call. I'm walking very slow because this is a weird-ass kid in the darkness. And I'm a bit hesitant to walk towards him too fast. But anyways, like, I don't know, bro. This guy didn't want to show fan basis, and he claimed it was down. And then at the same time also, he wasn't even tracking numbers, so it was hard to even see what the hell he was doing. And then also, there's just a lot of red flags. I told him to send me a sales recording, because what I could tell that he was good at was persuasion. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, he was pretty good at persuasion. Like, even someone like me protects their time a lot. Like, the guy told me to get on a call for 5 minutes, and then he just started steering the call, like, taking control of it. And then before I knew it, like, the call was a whole hour. I just wasted a whole hour of my fucking day with this kid, bro. I've got, like, no value from him. But, yeah, so, I mean, I told him to send me a sales call. Because, for one, he claimed to close, like, 6K with financing, which I could believe. It's not that hard. All you got to do is close, like, 1K on the call. And then you can get 6K up front, which is actually OP as fuck. Dude, I got to start using financing. Seriously, dude. It's OP. You can get a small amount on the call. And then if they're willing to finance it, then they finance it on their own. They're not paying out everything up front. But me, the customer, or like me, the other guy on the other side of this financing, I get all the money up front. So you can only ask for 1K on the call. and they will only pay 1K on the call. But if they finance and they're on a plan of like, let's say 1K per month for half a year, then you get 6K on the call. So it's, people do that. But anyways, my throat, bro. It's horrid. But yeah, I don't know. And then the other thing is that I told him to send me a sales call. The guy still hasn't done it. So I don't know, bro. It's, but as soon as I find if he's legit or not, I'm either going to decide to keep him like very minimal acquaintance, or I'll just completely cut him off. But the weird thing, bro, is that another thing that's like, you know, having me like have this little shred of like, you know, thought that he might be legit is he knows a lot of entrepreneurs, bro. He knows a good amount. He knows like everyone that I know, pretty much. In terms of marketing agencies, like he knows almost everyone. The only people he doesn't really know is Cameron England, but you can't blame him for that. When it comes to like the people like Eric Cavaliers and Owen and Niv and Marco and Zeke and Kiwa, like all those people, like he knows them, bro. I don't know if he speaks to them in person, but he seems to know exactly what they're doing. So it's like, you know, there's a chance. But anyways, yeah, I wasted a bunch of time with that kid. And so by then it was like 5 p.m. and I was like, bro, let me just go to bed, bro. Let me just chill a little bit. Then I did that. And then again, like I got back to work at like 7 p.m.-ish, which is supposed to be when I eat. But I was like, you know, I'm hungry, but I didn't do shit today. And so I fucking worked till like 8 and then I had dinner and now I'm here. So, no, but I had a good day. I don't know if I'll work more tonight. I don't think so, honestly. I think I'm just gonna try to rest, bro, because my throat hurts. I'm pretty tired. I already did my trackers and I plan tomorrow. I just gotta make my schedule and not fucking spill coffee over all my schedule. That would be optimal, wouldn't it be? I forgot. I also gotta call my friend Surya at 9:45 p.m. today, which shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, bro. Decent day. Dude, a really big win, man, is that I'm actually losing weight. And I could also see the oscillation happening again, bro. Like in my trackers, I could see that every day this week, I worked a little bit less than the day before. I don't know if I ate more as well. I think I ate a bit more every day too. Like I'm declining a little bit over this week. So tracking is like really cool sometimes when stuff's actually happening. But yeah, I can't let it slip. I cannot go down the decline on the oscillation, bro. I gotta like, really, man, I need to see my situation right now as painful, because right now, like truthfully, it's really exciting, man. The only concern really is taxes, bro, to be honest. And also like how good my agency income is, because I had this guy running a dropshipping store on my behalf and I'm getting the payouts with a commission, a big commission. I'm making a lot of money off of it, but I'm just forgetting about it. But right now I have access to almost $2,000 now, boys. And if Square pays me out in about a week here, I'm gonna have $3,000. And then we're gonna talk into money that, like, dude, I could literally just like move out then, you know? Like, so seriously, if I find a place to rent for $600 with utilities and I spend like $150 a month on food, then like that's crazy to me, you know? I can live for $800 a month, $800 a month, and with $3,000 I can live for 4 months. Insane, bro. And it's only like July, it's 23rd. So I have a whole more, like another, like, dude, I honestly have like another, like 3 weeks, bro. That's fucking crazy. I have a week to end this month off, and then I have like 2 weeks in August, and then from there I'm gonna probably move out. Probably not immediately. It's probably gonna take like a few weeks. I don't know though. It really depends. I'm really excited though. I think that's about it. I might do I don't know if I'll do some work tonight. I have no idea. Tomorrow we're gonna have an awesome day though. And look, okay, I'll talk about like some things I need to do that are gonna change everything for me, that I just like been leaving in the background because I'm so busy with outreach and the show system lately, even though it's done now, so that's good. So here are like a list of just random ass shit that I need to do to, you know, like really achieve what I'm talking about here. So one is SMS. I paid the guy. We got everything set up. We need to just run SMS, okay? That's number one. Number two, get clients' phone numbers verified. Make sure that they don't go batshit and get them results. That's the biggest thing, honestly, at the moment, is Lino's not getting results right now. He got like 6 leads, but he couldn't. I don't know his scheduling situation. But so far, the leads are not replying. They're not replying so far. So yeah, it sucks, but yeah, we'll see. We need to just get client results though, because if we can do that, then we can easily get over $1,000 from Lino, and then we can easily get over $1,000 from Thomas, and then et cetera, bro. Wayne, I don't know, bro. He just seems like a difficult client. I wouldn't be surprised if Wayne churned in the first month, and I wouldn't really care because I already got his money. So yeah, and the guy's kind of a douchebag, but I think he'll get results. It's just I'm having a bit of doubt with the combination of lead cost and lead quality, because right now, from my personal experience, which I don't have a bunch really, I've only run ads for like 5 different clients now, ever. I'm doing another lap. I don't give a fuck. I got too much to talk about. I don't have that much experience in ads, but from my experience, either the leads are fucking expensive, but they're good. Like Matthew, his leads were pretty expensive, but he closed like a bunch. And so it was the same thing with Austin. Alex was bad because his leads were expensive, but they were also kind of shit. So then he just churned. But same thing with Kevin, by the way, in the very beginning. But again, the leads were not that good at the beginning until I made them cheaper. What's another good example? I think that's about it. But like, either that happens or I figured out how to make the leads cheap as fuck, but they're kind of bad, you know? Like, when cheap leads come in, you know, you can get 3 in a day, but only 1 is gonna like schedule, you know? So it's kind of like both sides of the coin. I think what I need to do, I don't know, I'm gonna wait for more volume to come in so I can make a better decision. But I think for now, I'm gonna figure out how to make the leads like not $20, not $30. I think I'm gonna try to make the leads like $45, you know, $45. So that's simple. You get 2 leads every time you spend $100, right? Pretty much. And honestly, it's a bit less, so it can add up to even more over enough expenditure, right? If you spend like $1,000 and you get 2 free leads, right? Yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, so, and I don't know if that's the amount, but the point is to make them a bit more expensive, because I'm gonna like add a little bit more filtration and they're gonna get a little bit more expensive, but it should be that sweet spot of we can get enough leads and they'll be quality enough to where they can make an impact. Because like, honestly, at this point, like, it's a very gray area. I haven't really, because obviously I run a marketing agency, not a tree service. So even though my client is tree service and theoretically I should know everything about my client's client, I'm not there yet. So that's that. But I'm not very like knowledgeable about my client's client, which is just homeowners who need tree service, I guess. But I think right now, I just could be completely wrong, I think that my clients, if they can just get schedules, even if they're absolute dog shit, I think if they just get schedules with people that aren't like just gouging their ass, you know, and they're like kind of quality, you know, enough to schedule and enough to like have an estimate, right? If I can get them a lot of estimates, then I think they're gonna pull good ROI. And then from there, when we make a shit ton of money, then we could spend a lot more and we can start buying back their time with quality. But it's gonna be a little bit more It's going to be a little bit less price efficient, but it'll be better because it's going to save their time. So at the end of the day, it will make them, I don't know, that's how it works, but it's still, this is nuanced industry, bro. But that's the only thing is service delivery, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So SMS, and then the big picture is just get my clients results, because if I can do that, I can easily make another 2K, which is insane. Because, you know, if I save like, I mean, Surya told me $10,000, but I really believe if I save like 6K and I can get rent for 600 and everything else for like 300 combined, then I'll be fine. If I can live off of $900 a month, you know? So yeah, just having like casual thousands come up is good, you know? That's another thing. And then the other thing, I think that's about it on it. Oh, there's one more thing. Okay. So this is just pertaining to volume, overall, and LTV, because that's really the big things. Is that I'm already assuming that the show rate is going to be better, you know? Like, let's just assume the show rate's 25%, right? It's not 30. If it is 30, I'll be very happy, but let's assume it's only 25%, right? So 1 out of 4 calls are showing up. Now, if I could close 20%, right? You only need 20. You only need like, you know, like fucking 20 show ups or good fits, even though good fits are the rate to good fit is like really good, right? But I'm not trying to get too detailed here, but let's just say my show rate's at 25% and my close rate's at like 25, right? Which it's like 30, but gotta be pessimistic, bro. I don't have enough volume, but yeah. Oh fuck, sorry, it's calling me. I'll see you guys later.